Hello everyone and welcome to Only Linux. I am I'm getting links available for viewers in the background, and then I will show my awesome pretty face. That's a joke. I don't think I've got a pretty face, but alright. Videos. Alright. Okay, that's done. Okay. Okay. All right, folks. Time to really get serious and get into this. All right. As you can see, this is my default background. You'll know it's me. You know I'm on my machine when you see that. Okay. Let's see. All right. All right. Hello. 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 To Only Linux. Let's see, let's get started here. Move my camera just a little bit. I really don't like the way I look, but I like to be able to see who I'm talking to, like eye contact and stuff like that. Okay, so let's get started. So let's bring up. I'm going to hit Control Alt T. That will bring up a terminal window. It should. That's the result you're supposed to get. And it will show NeoFetch here. You can see here, let's see, you maximize the screen. I am running, this is a Fedora 37. You might ask, why are you showing me Fedora 37 if this is an EliveOS video? Well, that's the reason. I'm hoping this works so I can boast, so I can do what this, title of this video is about. Elive, and you might say, well, Tracy, if you're bragging on Elive, then why are you on Fedora? Well, this is in a virtual machine, but I do have Fedora on my machine. When I like to see, I usually don't distro hop, just distro hop just to check it out. Although you can, as fast as you can, install Linux versus Windows, you can try, have a dozen easy out a day and really do an in-depth review. But the purpose of this video is to show you my favorite feature in EliveOS that I have not seen offered, and if I've missed it, then I've just overlooked it because maybe I was in a hurry. But this feature that they offer in Elive, I've never seen it, so I have to tell the community. And I completely forgot about it. One thing they do, they offer you a 32-bit version, and they do have a 64-bit version. But in order to keep the lights on, keep development up, this may be their full-time job. So they're kind of reliant on donations, which is okay. The fact that it's a donation, is awesome. You should donate out of want to help. You should want to help. You know, instead of them saying you have to do this or you cannot have my operating system, right? So I like the fact that it's still a donation, that they don't force you to buy it. But anyhow, the feature is phenomenal. So we're going to get into that. So that you've seen that. Let's exit out of there. Okay, we're back into the desktop of Fedora 37. I do have a USB flashed with EliveOS 64-bit in there, and I'm going to boot. What we're going to do now is I'm going to boot, and we're going to try to boot into the EliveOS USB stick in the virtual machine. I have never tried this before. Let's give it a shot. Alright, let's see. Continue booting. I don't know if it's going to offer. I'm going to hit C. No, I have a CD-ROM. I'm hoping that it will find it's alright. I've got to find another way to do this. So let's boot in here. Darn it. Alright. So let me devices. Maybe I could do here. Alright, well, shucky darns. I don't know if adding a image like this will work. But technically, I guess it would. What we're doing now is I've added the ISO of Elive in the Fedora, on the Fedora VM. So let's see. Now when I boot it, it will boot into the ISO. But let's just see if that is true. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. It's bringing up this, and I'm going to do the latest hardware option. There's other options down here. The stable. Okay, this is the very stable kernel down here. You could choose. Isn't that awesome that they offer that? So we're going to do this latest hardware because I am running some pretty late hardware here. Okay, looking good so far. Don't you just love? I just love this screen. I just love how they've done that. Hit OK on here. All right, looks like it's going to boot up. All right. Don't like the. I don't like this stuff, and I wished it would find the correct screen resolution for me, but that's okay. One thing about Linux that I really like is it you kind of learn as you go doing this stuff. So the fact that I have to do this, it's just a learning experience, right? So that's not something to be alarming about or anything like that. So it's just helping me learn Linux even that much better. All kind of options here for languages and whatnot. I've skipped over my somewhere. I've completely skipped over my language. English, Nigeria. That's it, right? I'm in Nigeria. I don't think so. English US. Alright, here we go. Okay, now I remember. Let's play some music. I remember a little bit of why. Let's do the IRC chat. Chatting to them is pretty cool. But I'm not going to chat with them. Not going to do this just now. It's up twice. I like the sound effects. That's pretty rad. All right, I'm going to get rid of this.
Select more preferences for the desktop pager.
See, it talks to you too. I really like that. That's pretty cool. That's still not my BOAST. All right, now that I forgot to remember how. It was something with the screen resolution that I'm just not familiar with the Enlightenment desktop environment. So, I mean, I like the middle dock here, and I like this thing here. Although, I wish that I don't know where I'd click over here to get rid of that if I didn't like it. So, I'll have to check into that. Maybe it's a widget, something like that, part of the theme. So we'll get into that later, right? Well, there's several themes you could choose from. All right, so that's pretty awesome. Maintenance. How did I do this? All right, let's go to. Let's see. Is it system monitor? No. Although monitor would be, I do want to change the monitor or display. I don't like this switching backgrounds while I'm trying to work. It kind of another system does that, and you know, it might not bother some, but I like to focus on this. Administration system monitor. It needs to be settings. Oh, I love how they use the StudentR file manager. That's actually my favorite file manager. Disk out of the box. I mean, that's not even in anything. It's just, this is a live environment. It's not even installed. Look how feature rich it is. But printer settings, preferences. Oh, I think pretty sure it's in screen settings. Okay, here. Okay, here. Okay, here. And it brings up this virtual thing here. I'm going to go to view here. Outputs. Yeah, it's outputs. Virtual resolution. Then I'm going to find my resolution. Hit check mark. Now I'm going to hit Control F. There we go. Oh, I said there we go, but all right. Let's see here. Outputs. Might have just worked. All right, here we go. Yep, it looks like it worked. Switching over to that. So here we go. This is Elive. Look at this. I mean, I just think this picture, whoever took that picture, is a heck of a photographer. Or if it was just, one of those things that just happened. I don't know. But regardless, isn't that beautiful? That just shows the splendor of God right there. All right, so here we go. Let's see if I can install this bad boy. So where's it? I'm sure it's down here somewhere. I just like this, how it rolls over and everything. Elive installer. It's updating the installer before it's installing. That is pretty cool. I'm recording, so you know. Alright, installer hasn't been updated.
I'm gonna do your dishes.
Sounds fun.
I'm gonna do dishes.
Sounds awesome. Alright, here is we're going to get ready to get into the feature that I loved. And, they actually emailed me asking for help. It wasn't a cry or anything like that, of course. It was just, of course, it's been a while since I've downloaded it, and maybe they want some feedback, and, they just want to get the word out about Elive, so, you're more apt to use it. The more they grow, the more donations they get, the better versions they can come out with. It's kind of hard to quit a job and go full blown development on a project if you're not receiving donations. You got to have a second job, and when you have that job, it takes away all the time you can spend on development of your operating system. So right here, let's see, it says special optimizations for automated partitioning, more than one operating system found, migration and upgrade modes. It says guided help during the installation. Configure options recommended. So we're going to go special optimizations for automated partitioning. Okay. I'm going to hit guided help during the installation. Includes correct alignment of partitions to their physical blocks, special SSD features, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to hit OK here. I'm going to hit cancel. Yeah, cancel. Okay. click this again. I didn't click any options, I guess. I like the idiot proof that it has. I want to find the feature. I don't know how I found it before. Oh. Cancel. Darn it, I really want to find out how I did that. Because I used, maybe it won't offer it because it's Fedora versus another Debian or Ubuntu based. If that's the case, I will have to do another video to explain it to you. Let's choose this one. I will find it. I'm not going to give up. Okay, here we go. It's the migration option, I'm plenty sure. Why is it not doing that? I'm doing something wrong here. Definitely going to do this. Dancing. I like this dancing, sting and leave by the Bee Gees. That's pretty cool. I enjoy their humor. See me look this way, see me look this way. I've got two monitors set up, so I've got OBS, my OBS studio running in my left monitor and my, this running in the right monitor. So, excuse me, I will explain the feature that I'm talking about, that I wanted to boast about. I've never seen, I mean, if there is one, then let me know in the comments below, but it's a migration thing. It pretty much, it lets you, I should have just, you know what, I should have proved that it does that, and I should have put a couple of files on my documents or something to show you, but I promise you it absolutely works. I was absolutely, blown away. I've never seen that offered before, any, and I've tried many distributions out. I'm telling you 100%. I've tried many out. Before I ever decided to start doing videos or have a YouTube channel, pay for a, host a Linux website, I tried many out. So, and I never, if it was offered at any other distribution, then I let it slip by because maybe I was going too fast or something, but overlooked it. But what I did, I was looking at Linux Mint, a version of Linux Mint. I'm thinking it was the Debian based, but it could have been the Ubuntu based. I think I had it on there just to get an idea of what packages were on that one, so I could see if the same packages were on the Debian based or something maybe. But anyway, that's what I was doing, and then I happened to watch a video during all that from eBuzz Central, and he did a piece on Elive, and I just, I thought it was awesome. I liked how he, explained everything and how things just worked. It just looked good out of the box. I like a lot of good out of the box experiences. Sometimes those experiences, those out of the box features and stuff, people will call bloat, but I really don't have a great deal of time I can put in the development and upgrade and all that kind of stuff, get applications working. So I like an out-of-the-box experience that I have to do the less work with to do my stuff. So that's why I seen Elive, and I felt like it was something I should check a look at. So that's what I'm doing today, second look. I wanted to boast about that feature. It reminded me, they emailed me, and I'm so happy that they do that. I hope they do that for everybody. Certainly everyone that does a video or does an article, and to get the word out, and they're given access to the 64-bit. But so far so good. I'm not sure, sir, this is going to work in the VM. When I did it, I transitioned, I migrated from a Linux Mint into Elive, and it did say something about experimental or something, so it's something that they're still working on to perfect probably, and I hope they do, because that is a fabulous feature. I just hope it works on other distributions, not just an Ubuntu or a Debian based. I'm hoping it works with this Fedora. Let me see. I can't see, can I? Yeah, there's no way to check. I don't think that. any files. I'm not so sure. I don't know. Maybe I install. I don't remember what I did on. Yeah, maybe the Fedora document will be on there. Well, we'll know if it was because it would save it. But I think I got the Fedora. Well, thank you, Sunshine. You're all right.
No dishes.
I got the Fedora. Everything I do in Fedora, when I add a program, install something, something don't work, I always document that. It's sort of like a change log or something. I always create a not a script. It's not scripted. I mean, that's something I could do. I could make a script to where you hit 1 and it does this, and hit 2 it does this, but with Linux you don't need to do anything that extravagant. It's already extravagant in itself. So I do type all the commands that I put in, and I always condense it to where I don't have to copy and paste every individual program, individual thing I do. I copy and paste everything I do, so I just have to stand by my keyboard, and if I have to hit yes, I always do hit yes a lot of times, because with Fedora, I noticed that, although you immediately put your sudo command in, Fedora wants you something in Fedora, how maybe DNF works. It likes for you to hit yes, and if you do not hit yes, if you just hit enter like you normally would be able to do after you put in your sudo command, then you should be able to hit enter, and it used enter, it used yes, but it likes to hit yes. So always be prepared to hit yes. Don't just, well, I mean, you're going to know pretty quick if just hitting the enter is not going to work. It'll say what happened with me in Fedora is it said aborted, so I had to do it all over again. But it didn't get very far into it, so it really wasn't that big of a deal. And once it downloads things, it moves rather pretty quick. So if it gets at least the downloading stuff done, that's pretty quick. It doesn't matter if you have to copy and paste it in again. It's really a couple clicks of the mouse and you're good to go. So this is certainly taking a lot longer than it did before, but it may be because it's totally different. It's got to figure out how to handle the DNF into the APT or NAL. I don't know if it uses NAL out of the box or not. That would be something that I would include if you are a Elive developer. I would offer it. I would put NAL in there out of the box. It just looks better, sleeker. I just think it handles things better. But I'm a looks guy. I'm a cosmetic type of guy. So, even if Nala did the exact same, I would still put Nala in there out of the box. The way it looks, and the Nala fetch feature, you could actually choose the fastest mirrors for you wherever you're located at. It'll find that it'll rate all 16, all the mirrors. I think it does 16 mirrors. Oh, it'll give you the top 16 mirrors, and you could choose all of them, or you could choose some of them. So, if you come on a mirror that something's wrong with it or something, you could run fetch again and just leave that mirror out the next time, so you're good to go. Well, the fact that it's still moving, it's not locked up or anything. I can move my mouse. Everything should be fine. Alright, so. And what I will do for these guys, if this don't work in the VM, I take snapshots of my systems. I will actually put this on my hardware. What I'll do is I will try, you know, putting Elive on my actual hard drive, on my actual bare metal machine versus the VM, and if it looks like it's going to work, then I'll do that video. I'm trying to think of how to do that, because you know, you very well you can't do a OBS video while you're installing something on your system. It just that's just not going to work. If there's a way to do that, then let me know in the comments below, because I'm not aware of a way to have OBS running on your computer with it booting up and everything. It's just, I can tell you there is no way to have you would have to use put the web camera onto the screen from another computer and do it that way. I guess that would work, but you don't, the experience is, I don't know. I don't think that would be professional, but staying Elive, still going. Maybe one feature that they could offer is, instead of you know how they had the options of the 3 options at the beginning. When you hit the option down there, it brings up the information about the migration. Maybe if that would stay like highlighted, and at that point it would just start the process of migrating. That would be pretty cool if they could do that, because you know, we are human beings, we do misclick, we do make mistakes. So if they just had it even, I mean, how can you get more idiot proof than it already is, right? I know, but that would be something that I would look into doing, just to make it quicker. Have 3 options there, or just have a migration option, or to have 2 options, one with migration, one without. Then you move on. Then it or you know, have other options to where, you know, it wipes your hard disk out, it wipes it out for you, or you have to pick, you know, each individual thing. Well, I'm not sure if it's working, but it could be, so I'm just going to let it ride for a while. Longer here. Let's see if I bog it down. I like to try to crack an OS. I got to be totally honest. I try to break things before I decide to use it as my daily driver. And depending on how when I max it out, depending on how far I get into that, if I do break it, you know, it determines if I'm going to install it on my actual hardware. Keyboard. Note. Just checking some of the things that they have. I wonder what internet they use. Alright, folks. This is my first thing I'm going to say negative. Oh, not negative, just my personal opinion. It doesn't have to be yours. But I would never offer Google Chrome as a browser on anything. I don't use Google Chrome on cell phones, any device. I use Brave, and I use DuckDuckGo, Essentials, a search engine, and everything. And I'm just not so fond of Google. I will not use Google Drive. I just don't think. I just have a suspicion that they would sell your information, that would take your information. I don't consider it private at all. So I would not offer Google. I'm not into the big companies like that. And I used to use Google Chrome. I don't remember why I switched from, back in the day it was, well, I mean, you just had, that I was aware of, being a Windows user, I just, it was Internet Explorer or, I don't remember, was there another browser? I mean, there's been other browsers around for a long time. But it was, I don't remember. It was Internet Explorer and, what was the other browser that was in Windows? I'm thinking that there was something else. It don't matter. It really don't. It really doesn't matter. But anyway, I just went to Google. I think I switched to Firefox after something with the Internet Explorer. Something that was just something off. So I didn't like. I switched to Google, and there were problems with Google. Actually, I did work on a computer once, and I really couldn't understand why this computer was brought to me, because it worked. But I did find that how better it was. Just, I don't know what, maybe it was just Google was new back then, but I uninstalled Google Chrome with Firefox on it, and wow, it was just like a new computer. I don't know what was going on with it. Dropbox ain't too bad. I still wouldn't use. I just don't trust having my information at places like that. I just don't. Just upload them to a website, your website or something, and still anything on the net's not completely safe, but I just don't trust a lot of things. I've never used. I think I tried HexChat once. I'm not sure what Links 2 is. Nicotine. I've never tried that. Zoom I use. Steam is I'm not so sure. It's associated with a file management. I mean, that's where you can store a series of games. I guess they're game files. I don't know, but editors. All right. Emulators. VirtualBox. Thunar. So it's got some cool stuff. What's the? Oh, good. They do LibreOffice. I like that. I'm not sure what Ghost text editor. Okay, I've never used that before. Sound. They use Pipewire, Pulse Audio, web applications. That's I don't know if that's a web app or not, where you could make a website your an app. But Rhythmbox, I noticed that they had that. Okay. See, this is one thing right here. It says install Aleve and a USB and travel with it. Isn't that awesome? I mean, you can just take your Aleve anywhere. I mean, you could plug it into a computer and you've got your system with you wherever you go. And to me, that's just phenomenal what you could do. You know, the things that they offer with this system is just pretty cool. I do want to see while it's running, hit Control-Alt-T and see if the terminal comes up. It does. What terminal does this use? See, I don't know this. I don't use this. About. Anyway, I want to see if it's got Nala. Sudo. Nope, no Nala. No NeoFetch. I don't think it worked. Yeah, it did. Oh, 518. 518 kernel. E16 is the Windows Manager. It is based on Debian 11. So I guess with that kernel like that, it would be a spin. I'll have to look at that to see if that's the truth. Yeah, this is taking a longer time than I would expect. I promise it's not that. It's maybe it's because I used GPO. I don't know. Maybe it was a mistake that I made. It wouldn't be my first mistake, and it ain't gonna be my last. thing I'm going to pull up. One thing I recommend that you do before you ever, if you got certain programs you like to run, one thing you could do, you could save yourself a lot of time by seeing if the system you're trying to install will actually run that program. So that's what we're going to do now. Let's see here. Where's the software manager? What did I look at the software manager? Oh, that's the package installer. That's not, okay, here, software. Software updates are doing those software. You know, GDebi is, I mean, that if you install a package that's not per se in any of this, then, you know, from the internet, and you right click it and you use that to install it. That's what that is. One thing, I'm really thinking now that the reason I don't have, that I did not learn Enlightenment or E16, whatever it is because of a certain software that I could not get to work. I even try, if I remember right, I always try to build it myself, you know, from the, you know, I just try to build it, you know, create the directory, go to CD, CMake install, all that, you know, anything that, you know, would install this. I think I even tried that, and I just could not get it to work. So, and I'm going to tell you the program is called Core Control. I for some reason, I don't know why Debian dislikes Core Control. There's no purpose. There's no. I don't understand the reasoning why that would not work. But it is what it is, right? That's the thing that I don't understand. I mean, it works fine in any Ubuntu base, and Ubuntu is based on Debian. Why would if the thing that works on Grandpa, you know, and work on Uncle, you know, or Dad and all that kind of stuff? So let's see. I'm going to type in search here. That's disturbing. You know, I'm going to try something here. It should be in the repositories. Sudo I wonder if I got enough room. That's only 100 gig. Oh, yeah. Google Chrome. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to laugh if you like that program, and I'm not trying to diss these guys. They're just trying to give you something that, you know, that you like out of the box or whatever. I'm shocked to find that, you know, a Linux user would use a Google or Chromium or whatever, but you know, versus a Firefox or a Brave. I don't remember why I switched from Firefox to Brave. Something that was limited. Something was limited or something. So what was that? I just had a notification come up. I don't like this. I don't like this terminal. I would definitely get rid of the terminal. I don't like to. I like to just click and copy and paste and stuff. And I think this. It looks like this one's going to. It looks like if you was to left click and copy and then paste, it's gonna. This screen's gonna come up, and there's gonna be a paste feature over here. Yeah. Oh, that's the. I don't know why. Wonder why that came up. There are a lot of 32-bit programs or something out there. This I386 was like a for like 32-bit support, I think. Not so sure. Maybe they just all those programs have 32-bit support plugged into it, so they could just have one program instead of two. Maybe, heck, I don't know. Don't matter. All I know is my stuff works. All right. Okay, we're gonna check this out. I'm gonna see about core control. I'm thinking that I couldn't get it on here. That would be one reason why I would not use any. I mean, I wouldn't put any system on here as a daily driver without core control. You know. You know, 'cause I try to max things out. I try to break things. Not that I want them to break. I'd rather them not break, but you know. But when I do that, I'm really maxing the resources out, taking the resources beyond what it should run, overclocking everything, you know, and so core control would be a good feature to have, you know. You certainly want to go to your you certainly want to set an alarm or something, you know, before you do that. You'd want to have some kind of a safety window to where, you know, at least your computer will shut down on you and not let you burn your processor or something up. I didn't check and see if it had something like time shift or something. Yeah, there's a feature here. Paste. guess it's got options here. So now I've lost my ability to .95% here. So support OS and application updates are ready to be installed. Well, thank you. Thanks for telling me that. I wouldn't have known. I was smart aleck sometimes. Yeah, this is still rolling. Looks like I'm probably gonna have to come back and do another video. Wouldn't it be nice just to have core control on the repositories? I don't know why it wouldn't find it in that software program. So the chances of it being here is probably going to be pretty slim. And I guess I could use the Arch, download the package, I guess, and install it. Or convert. Maybe I can convert that into an app image and use it that way. I'm not so sure, but then maybe unpack it. I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to check that out, though. .6 VirtualBox. So they've maybe it doesn't. Maybe you won't get the latest version of VirtualBox because it's in the 7 range now, I believe. IP. Rats, rats, rats. I'm going to, let's see here. Oh. Yeah, adding an APT in Debian's the problem. I don't think it'll work. It's not letting me drag and drop either. Where's it at? No, not let me do drag and drop. I thought it did. Well, that's the ultramarine file. So if those file systems will remain after the migration, I would know that the migration worked. So let's take Control F here. Go back here. Let's open up their. Can't believe I'm doing this. Looks like somebody over here says, please consider making core control part of the Debian distribution. Yeah, it should be. I couldn't imagine why it wouldn't be. Whatever. What's up, Brian Robert Ray? try to build core control within Debian. This don't work. It just don't work. It's already installed. Okay. Well, that should have worked. Oh, the QA zip. I don't know why none of that stuff is installing. Oh well. That didn't work. Still doing stuff. Yeah, I know. Should never do it. Why, that should be part of it. I don't think this is going to let me do this. I don't think you can do an APT in Debian. BOAST. Cancel. So I went ahead and installed it on the VM. I promise you that the migration, that's really the main reason I was really wanting to boast about that. I guess I can't because I used it in a VM. I don't know how to explain it to you, how to show you that it works without doing it on a machine. I don't know how to use the OBS. I guess I can do a video, two-part video, do one part, then once it reboots, I gotta start, install OBS without showing you and start it up again and do part two. But it's a great feature. I love it. Leave is they have gone out of their way. I really like what they've done here. And this, the only thing I don't like that I like to have a clock. I mean, you could just put a widget. You could put the clock on here, I'm sure. Or change the theme, and stuff like that. But I like to have a clock down here in this portion of my window. Or it could be up here like this, I guess, but I want it to be bigger. The font is crazy small. I'd want, since the opacity is like it is, it's transparent here, then, we should have, I mean, you really got to look and see. Does it even show the time? Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it shows the date and the time. It's not the right time because I just didn't change the time or anything yet. We'll just call it that. Spaceship. I like the options here. Oh, they got options here that you don't have to do Google Chrome. Thank God for that. We'll do Firefox. Zoom. Oh, that's cool. That is rad, man. Let's see if I can type down there. I can. That is awesome. So you could actually keep stuff right here, man. I mean, I like that. There's a list of packages that you want to keep installed in your system across reinstallations. If you want to edit in the future, you can find it. Blah 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 packages. Right. So right here, you could You could do the package list right here of you want to keep. Oh, I'm gonna try something here. That I gotta say, folks, that will be totally awesome if it that's all I had to do to keep core control. Let's see what it's doing. I mean, to me, that feature is also just as good as the. I mean, I don't know if it's just as good as the migration, but if that worked, if that and saved that program, then wow, it's just awesome. That's awesome, man. If that worked, then maybe I'm just gonna switch because I mean I'm enjoying Fedora. It's working just fine for me, but I would absolutely switch. Learn enlightenment out here. I would go Aleve, 100%. And I'm pretty sure that would be the only. That's the only thing that made me want to switch. And with time shift, I mean that would be great. I wished all the computers in my house were on at least Fedora. I've got all the three main machines in our living room on it because I mean with time shift, like if one of the kids or the wife, if they delete a very important package, if they do something really crazy, if they view a website that installs something nasty on the computer, with the time shift it would not affect that. I could just within seconds it would be restored and they're good to go. But with Windows, if something happens, it screws. You gotta uninstall and all that kind of reinstall. It just the whole mess is just crazy. So I'm hoping that this package saved. That would be totally awesome. Because Elite was impressive. It was impressive enough with the features that they offer. Even in development, even when it's they called it experimental. It worked flawless. When I used it, it worked flawless. But they were expecting, when they say that, they're expecting it to maybe not work, but it did. So that was the fact that they went out of their way to go ahead and get that out, and for people to look at. It's worth to me going back. If this core control works, I will absolutely switch. Well, this system back to it. Let it run for 2 weeks. I recently redid my wife's computer. She couldn't get it to turn on. As it turned out, she was there was absolutely zero anything. There was nothing wrong with her computer at all. It was her HDMI cord had come out on one, almost completely out of the port on one end. So I mean, it doesn't matter if you got a brand new computer. I mean, it's just not going to work with your HDMI not plugged in. It just won't. So I actually dumped the system that we'd been running for a long time off of it and put Fedora 37, which is really solid. It's her nothing will vanish on her anymore. She could have all her stuff the way she likes it. It shouldn't vanish, and I could migrate it really well with. If I change it later, I could migrate it with what I put on it, so it kind of works out. If she upgrades her, she gets an upgraded system, then I can just transfer everything over. So. Now it's removing. It looks like it's removing. You can't see this, can you? Oops. Oh, man. Oh, no. Dadgummit. Core control was it. Some packages have failed to install. You may need to install them manually later. And it's core control. I normally wouldn't do auto login to desktop, but I'm going to because it's just a VM. Darn it, I was really looking forward to that core control being transferred over. Restart it. Well, really wish I could have showed you that migration. See what they're doing here. F18, that's the same it was on, so. Hell, cruddy Rama. How resources it is. $630, $592. It's running almost 600 meg of the 8 gigs allotted. It's not too bad. Try to build one more time. Looks like if it was just signed, it would work. I think so. Well, video's over with, guys. Yeah, I do like the way it looks. I'm just gonna keep this VM around, mess around with it, try to get get core control installed on it. Then I will do another video later on down the road.